Hello there you, and welcome to 2 million Imperial Guardsmen that are about to face off against a gigantic greenskin horde. Can Imperial firepower win the day, or will the green tide of war wash over them? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the channel. Now, let's get on with the battle. Here we go then, folks. Welcome to Meat Grinder Ridge. Imperials on the right, Orky boys on the left. Who's going to win? Well, we're going to find out here. Now, the Orcs are going to have a little bit of a height advantage, storming down into the Imperial lines, or it may be a disadvantage, as it sometimes is in this game. Look at this, though, the lovely greenskins here charging over the top, about to meet the Imperials, who have got the heck of a job ahead of them here, trying to assault up a gigantic cliff face with greenskins pouring down of it. No, thank you. That is not in my forte. I would not like to do that. And now the battle ensues with the first kill already rounded out here. Lord, look at them. The gigantic greenskin horde here, just coming down from the guns like insane, bestial, slobbering mass that they are. I absolutely love the greenskins in this game. They look so cool when they're just amassed in a gigantic mob like this. Though already the Imperials are taking quite some losses, but so are the Orkies indeed. Both sides here fairly even at the moment. The Orcs need to get their Daka up over the hill. I think once they do that, that's when the tide will really start to turn in their favour. Imperials at the moment, though, laid down that heavy covering fire, absolutely disintegrating our front line. Now we've got this gigantic sort of Lion-esque, Lion King-esque cliff face in the way here. So this is going to separate the armies into two, and already look at this. The Orcs trying to come down and wrap around into the flank. The Imperials, though, having none of it, have already lined up their troops at the bottom of the valley. And the Orcs are just charging into absolutely concentrated death at the moment. Oh my god, they're losing so many units here, trying to push forward. But again, the melee here is just exactly that. It's a melee meat shield. The reality is that they're going to be trying to protect their Orky shooters here, who are already starting to line up on the sides of the cliff. See these little puffs of smoke starting to come out of their lines, especially down here. Oh my gosh, they have lit the way down. Look at that. Oh my god, that is a magnificent sight. That is truly a Warhammer sight if I've ever seen one. Taking a lot of losses there. That's a lot of Imperial firepower that's been shot up the hill towards them. The Kriegers here for the Imperials trying to make their way forward to form some sort of rudimentary defense line to try and keep the conscripts alive as long as possible, to allow them to shoot their guns and bring the firepower to bear. But my god, this is absolutely devastating. Look at that. It is like a waterfall of Orcs at the moment, just pouring down the cliff face, smashing into that Imperial line. Oh, look at this though, we have started to get a little bit of a Krieger line. A lovely little formation here. The boys pulling out their shovels, taking on Meganobs and Stormboys. Good luck to them, quite frankly. The Meganobs here with their pneumatic claws, able to easily crush a single trooper and cut him in half. But the relentless assault of the Orcs here is actually starting to have an effect. The Imperials are taking losses, heavy losses. But you haven't said that, so are the Orcs. The Orcs are taking a lot of losses as well. But they're able to actually keep up this sort of pace here, despite their insane death toll. They're able to keep pouring the reinforcements in. Can the Imperial Guard keep up the same sort of attrition battle here? I mean, just look at that. That's an insane battlefield that we've got stretching out before us here. The Orcs just pouring down over the mountaintop. You can really see that the shooters now are starting to all gather here, laying down covering fire for the rest of their brethren. And quite frankly, look at the blob that they're shooting at. They can't miss at all. God, the Imperials are going to be taking heavy losses as well, as soon as all them Orky shooters. I mean, look at this. Actually, there's quite a lot of them here now. I think the Orky shooters may already be on the front line. The Imperials are experiencing heavy losses all of a sudden. Orcs are gaining momentum, pushing further and further down the hill here. The Imperials need to get them Kriegsmen up to the front to keep them at bay. But that is not happening just yet. The Kriegers getting stuck, trying to work their way through the firing conscripts. Let's go over to our far flank over this side. What's happening over here? So at the moment, it doesn't like the Imperials are managing to hold on to the flank, keeping it in control with that heavy and concentrated firepower. The Orcs are taking losses, but they have got a lot of reinforcements coming into this area. I really hope that the conscripts are prepared for this. My God, the amount of bullets flying through the air per second is insane. But that Orc horde is on that front line here. There is no Kriegsmen holding them back. Hopefully a sheer weight of firepower from the conscripts will be enough to hold back this line. And it is thinning out a lot of the Orc choppers as they get closer. But the Orc choppers are not the problem at the moment. Look at this. The Imperials here getting absolutely gunned down by Orc shooters. Yes, the choppers aren't getting close, but they are doing their job. A living meat shield charging forward, absorbing the Imperial firepower. Meanwhile, behind them, the shooter boys are just laying it in to the poor old conscripts. Now, we have got Kriegers coming forward again, so this should start evening out the playing field just a little bit. That's one advantage. Oh my God, look at that. They're actually just carving a path now. That has actually turned out really rapidly here. I'm kind of worried that the Orcs might start trying to outflank the Imperial Guard, or try to burst through the center lines with heavy fire. Let's go over to this side though. How many? Oh yeah, the Orcs have got plenty of reinforcements waiting to come over this side. They're all just trickling down the side of the hill bit by bit. You can see that the Leman Russ is in the background, providing fire support here. And the Imperial Army is now divided. They've decided that this center force is enough. You can see that we've got another group over there heading to the other side of the mountain to help out with the flank. And so we have another group over that side going out to try and help with that flank as well. Speaking of the flank, let's go have a look how we are doing on this side. Oh my God, this has turned into a right old bloody affair over here. The Orcs have just been pumping units down from the hills, and the Imperials have been obliging them by turning it into a mass Orky graveyard. Someone called Chef Ramsay, there's plenty of mushrooms in here. Look at that, oh my God. I can't actually believe how wide the Orc assault has become over this end. How many reinforcements have they got coming in? Okay, yeah, so yeah, the Orcs have still got plenty of troopers coming into this attack. No wonder the Imperials are bringing up reinforcements. Look at this though, the Imperials have got this lovely little hill from which they can raid down at fire superiority here. And that's actually a perfect view of the battlefield as well. Oh my God, look at the lovely little blood lake starting to formulate here down on the front. Actually, this is a pretty effective tactic here by the Orcs, you know. Just throwing all these melee troops in, because I'm guessing that we've got some shooters somewhere hidden amongst them. Though, actually, it doesn't look like it. I can't see any puffs of smoke at the moment. If they are, they're few and far between. Are they maybe up on top of the hill, up here? Oh no, look at this. This is a brutal... Trust the Orcs to find this sort of pathway down the cliff face. Half of them are just falling down it, for God's sake. That could be quite effective, though. The Imperials not expecting that. It's right into their flank. But yeah, this has turned quite brutal on this side. The Orcs have actually gained momentum here. They are pushing forward. I don't know if the Imperials here are able to keep up with the sheer dagger that the shooters bring. They're going to need more conscripts coming to that front line. God, they get thinned out real fast. To be fair, though, that looks like there's a high concentration of Storm Boys. Yeah, Storm Boys and Meganobs on the front line here. They're going to be difficult to deal with for the Imperials. But yeah, we've sort of got this weird little bastion over here that refuses to falter. The Imperials holding on to this at all costs by the looks of it. It looks like there's a high concentration of Kriegers in this area, actually. Maybe that's why. But yeah, look at these other places. They've just been absolutely tearing through the Imperial lines here. Poor old Imperials, man. They're getting stomped on a little bit. Look at this, they're running out of reinforcements on the flank. The Orkies are running out of reinforcements, but my God, that's a lot of gunners that they've still got over this side. Oh my God, look at the sheer level of Daka. The Imperials are going to have themselves a shooting match with the Orcs over here. Now, what I want to do, very quickly, just hit a little time-lapse camera. Let's see who wins out on this flank, because I think This is going to be a crucial turning point for either side. The Imperials have got reinforcements coming in. The Orcs are running out. But have they got enough Dakka? Let's find out. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and oh my god, what an insane situation this is. So the Imperial Guard did actually win the flank out on this side. They started to do a pincer maneuver here on the Orky reinforcements, but look at this. A massive, gigantic horde of Greenskins has now started to come down and attack the flanking position. The Orcs here coming in with hundreds of reinforcements. I don't know if the Imperials were inspecting that. And look at this, the Orcs also broke through the Imperial lines on this side. So this group now is completely isolated. Meanwhile, the Orcs are pumping reinforcements back down into this sector. Look at this also. We're running out of forces in the center line. The Orcs have actually broken through. I was not expecting that at all. It looked like the Imperials were absolutely massacring the Orcs there for a little while, but now the sheer level of Dakka is just too much for the Imperials to bear here. The conscripts trying to get away, the Kriegers trying to run into the fray. It is a crazy juxtaposition that we've got going on. And look at this, the Orcs are pumping reinforcements into it. Oh my god, they're taking so many losses, the Imperial Guard are now. They were over 1 million and they've just lost almost 300,000 in this crazy little maneuver here. It almost looks like the Orcs are looking to try and surround the Imperials on the far side of the valley. Let's quickly go over there and see how the reinforcements are getting on that side. Because yeah, look at this, the Orcs are now looking to completely encircle the Imperial Guard defense, coming around the backside of it. The Imperials have got this lovely little defense over this side going, look at this! Oh my god, what madness has gone on here. Let's go take a dip. Oh, little Timmy's going to be very happy with that one. He can get his rubber dinghy out and go for a little float. Meanwhile, the Orc assault here has been narrowed into this horrible little funnel where the Imperial Guard are able to lay down their covering fire and have just been annihilating the Orcs. How are we doing on this side, chaps? We're starting to run out of reinforcements. They're coming down from the top of the mountain, though. So I've got a feeling that the Imperial Guard might start trying to push forward from this position pretty soon and start trying to capture the hilltop. Meanwhile, though, on the other side of the battlefield, they're going to get stuck in a pincer maneuver if they're not quick. How are we doing, guys? God, that's a gigantic Orky force. Yeah, so it looks like the Imperials are actually getting swept up. They're being cleaned out. They have actually been cleaned out on this side. Oh my god, the Orcs here with some tactical genius moves. So the Imperials there tried to outflank the Orcs. The Orcs broke through the center line instead and used that opportunity to encircle both armies. And it just obliterated the Imperial Guard, who are now being focus fired down. I don't know if the Imperials are going to have enough reinforcements here. The sheer level of Orky Dakka in the background is absolutely insane. Look at all the shooters. Just thousands and thousands of boys. The Imperials are being melted away by the overwhelming firepower of the Dakka. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we do need to hit a little bit of a time-lapse camera. I want to see if the Imperials push forward here, and let's see what happens with the Orky horde from that side. So you can just see the Orcs now hitting the tip of the Imperial Guard over there. So, let's find out. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and oh my god, what an insane fight this has been. Did you see what was happening there? So, the Imperials formed this insane defensive line along this position here. Meanwhile, it looked like we had a couple of stragglers that were stuck inside the village over yonder. And the orcs, about 200,000, well, not 200,000, but about 50,000 orcs got stuck, all trying to chase them over there. But as soon as they were no longer distracted over that side, they've all come charging over, and the Imperials have just been under this relentless assault here. They've charged up the mountain, and now they've got to charge. This is a, like, role reversal. How weird is this? Like, the Imperials were defending at this low ground not so long ago, stopping the orcs from coming down from the mountain, and now the Imperials have got to come down from the mountain and attack the orcs who are now below. This is really weird, but we have still got orcs left upon the cliff face up here. The Imperials are now just in this horrible pincer maneuver, and I don't think they've got the chops for this fight, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. The sheer level of dagger that the orcs brought. That is a magnificent pincer maneuver that they've got on the go here. But the kill disparity between them, it's like 200,000, something like that. It's not that great in the grand scale of the battle. But yeah, the orcs now are just absolutely clearing home. Look at how quickly the Imperials are dying. Oh my god. But while the poor old Imperials on this side of the field are being cleaned up, I want to very quickly just go have a look at the other side of the battlefield over here as we scoot over the Orc Menaces. Look at this insane blood lake with 2 blood lakes that we made. Let's go for a quick dip. That is really deep, actually. Oh my god. There's little mountains of bodies inside the blood lake as well. But you can see all these little weird combat lines, almost like grooves of sand. It is absolutely insane. All these with little tiny battle lines throughout. That is wonderful. Oh my god, it really does look like sand at the bottom of an ocean or something like that. But no, unfortunately, they're piles of corpses. I mean, the orcs lost a lot of dagger on the ridge over here. All these are the orc tanks. So yeah, a lot of the looted tanks for the orcs ended up dying in the initial assault, but sheer strength and determination here has carried the dagger home. And the Greenskin tide has just washed over the Imperials here, coming down to their last 5,000. And there is little that the Imperials can do now. Oh my god. Look at that. That's a terrifying sight. But of course, the Imperial Valkyrie comes low over the battlefield, realizes what's happening. And of course, the cleansing must begin, as always, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, I do hope you've had a blast. I know I have. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all you channel members who help keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the amazing Chaotic Pinky store. We've got some really cool merch over there. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.